Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning. Welcome to the office. At my fancy gaming chair, we got a little mixed live stream today. Part in the office, part in the game room, like we did a few weeks back or whatever that was. We're doing a little in Onverse slash ovTwo today and playing some games downstairs. We'll get into that in a little bit. But our first focus for now, we are back. Been about a week. I didn't really tend to do ovTwo this soon, but there's one thing I'm really curious about. I did mention it if you were here for last Sunday's live stream. I have some golden keys to see what I got. Golden keys are pretty rare unless you want to spend real money. If you're a whale, you probably have had a lot of golden keys back in Onverse and now OV2, but yeah, I'm not really the whale. I still have my original cash coins from my new player package. But they did something over the holiday season, the developers of OV2, that they never did in Onverse. And they gifted everyone 12 golden keys. And you think, okay, whatever, it's a virtual key thing. But that's a big deal because that is, it's almost like them losing money in a way, pretty much, because you could spend cash coins slash real money. Basically, you get cash coins pretty much by doing real money. It's kind of like Robux, basically. Um, Player points is what we do the hunting for. Hello, John. Great to see you again. John's one of our regulars. He's always one of the first to greet us. So cash coins is like the Robux. You spend the real money. Player points is what you pick up when we do the hunting, which we're going to do a little bit before, just to kind of, I like to do player point hunting when I first get in, get some player points, and give folks a chance to get in here. But they gifted everyone 12 golden keys, which again, they cost like 25. You want to buy a golden key, which then you take to the casino to hopefully win prizes. So pretty much online gambling. But I don't know. Onverse did it, so I guess it's all on the up and up. But um, so it's like 25 cash coins, however much that equals out into real money, whatever, to buy these and gamble it. You can very rarely win these things. In my entire, oh God, about a little less than, because like I started in Onverse 2009, and about 7 years or so, because I think it was, no, maybe actually closer to 9, because I think it was about 2018 or so when the game finally kind of closed out. It was on its way out for the previous 3 years for that, but yeah, almost 10 years, 9 years basically that I was on that game. I think I won by either player point hunting or whatever. Only found like 3 gold keys ever, and I never spent my like real money on it. I'm not, if I'm gonna spend real money to go gambling, I'm gonna head over to Four Wind or something like that. But and you could very rarely catch a red key. I've never seen a red key yet in any of the boxes here. In OV2, I've only had blue keys. So I don't know if that's even a thing. But they gifted everyone with 12 golden keys, and this is a pretty big deal because, and now I don't know exactly what is in there, but there's a chance to win a ton. I think like you have, and I'm sure it's a very rare. If you hit the jackpot, you win like 12,000 cash coins. That's a big deal. um, or you win some really cool prizes. Now, with these prizes, they're going to be like, maybe fancy clothing, rare items, like rare, it's like loot boxes, basically. Onverse was doing loot boxes long before all the other games basically were doing loot boxes, but you can win rare clothing, you can win rare, like, animals, mounts, so basically, like, things you can ride and fly around with that would normally cost a lot of cash points, you can win these things. And then if you don't want them, if you have them, hey, you're really cool. You got a rare item. And is it open up? Oh, I don't know. We will check it out. The Volcano Island it was still only accessible to VIP the last time I checked. Now there was an update, so we can definitely check that out. Yeah, I wasn't on the Discord in a while, so if that's news to me. We'll find out, I guess. So yeah, with these items, they're really cool. You want them, it's cool. If you sell them, then you can sell them and actually sell them for some cash coins, which then you can use to put stuff in your house or whatever you want. So Very rare, like I said. Um, Ooh, all right. Well, we're gonna check it out. Maybe we might have to modify this live stream a little bit. Yeah, if we're gonna explore Volcano Island here, we need to kind of maybe get my house down a pat. So, all right. Well, we're gonna check out that too. Cool. Yeah. So I don't know. We might not get to the Neo Geo stuff today, but we'll see. um, but yeah, I want to document this because yeah, this is kind of rare thing. So I want to see what I get. I'm not gonna sell anything today or anything. I just want to see what we're gonna get and document what I get with my free 12 golden keys. So let's go with that, and we'll check out the volcano island. So yeah, instead of the player point hunting right now, let's jump right in. In case that is open, I want to see if I can at least find if they have the houses open. I want to see if I at least can figure out which one I had. I think I had number 10, but it's been a while, and I can't really tell too well from my screenshots, but we'll see if I can get that. If I can get that, I might have to actually go and buy some cash coins and whatever else. But yeah, let's check this out. Let's get started then real quick with the cash go with golden keys. Get that done, and I guess we'll head over to Volcano Island. So let me get you guys set up here. Yeah, this might actually be a historic day if that's the case. We still have our apartment. I haven't. Still work in progress. Oh, that's cool. I mean, I'll take it. I don't know if it's. Like I said, unfortunately, it was restricted to me because I'm not officially VIP yet. I'm still considering it, but I haven't done it yet. So let's see. Definitely worth checking out. All right. Let's get you. Let's move over here. One. We had some people hanging out here. Let's see if they're still. Hey, Tyler. Good to see you. Okay. Well, sounds working. Okay, let me mute myself here. So let's say hi to Cafiel. Interesting. To XCat, Gelia IX, and Satan. Satan's here, guys. Ooh, that's Satan's a little creepy. Okay, maybe I need to get out of here. I know we were going to do player point hunting, but there's something right here, so I gotta grab it. So, it's falling off a little too. All right, well, let's find out because I'm really curious now. All right, Volcano Island. This is how we saw it last time. All right, so something's here. I don't. Hey, it's letting us load something, guys. Ooh, boy. All right, how about that, guys? Nice. Well, the island apparel's here. Oh, this is definitely a work in progress, but um, I'm definitely curious if they're gonna have. Oh, here's your shop. Okay. Oh man, okay. Well, they definitely don't have the houses or villas up yet, but it is a volcano island. And definitely not looking like there's any player points up here yet. Oh, this has been a while since I've been here. Oh, God, I don't know. See, the thing was in the map, you used to have the little things where the houses were. Well, I kind of see them here. How did I go? I don't remember. So maybe I did click on the stars. Was that by or maybe I was over by the beach. Okay, Buccaneer Beach hasn't connected, so yeah, none of these. Okay, so we could just stick to here. So we okay. I don't know why we did that. Tuscan Decor. Yeah, that's gonna eventually be probably a shop where you can buy the Tuscan Villa items. All right. Well, my house doesn't exist yet, but again, yeah, I'm gonna have to look for my screenshot, guys, and see. Yeah, it's gonna be very hard for me to tell, but yeah, we can walk around a little bit. That's cool if you have it. I'm so that's so awesome that you can get through here without being VIP. That is so cool. I'm gonna have to look a little bit more through my screenshots. I'm hoping I took a screenshot of like the house number or some at least something at some point. Well, okay, looks good. Um, I don't know what that thing is up there. I don't know if there's. Yeah, this is what I'm really hoping for, guys. Is then eventually, I used to go through the like the space world or whatever, but that's I'd be like the only one out here, and there would be player point stuff just loaded through the world, and I used to get tons of player points that way, just roaming through there. A lot more than you can ever really get through the hub, and beautiful. But again, I mentioned this on the last one, how beautiful they're doing the sky and stuff like that. Amazing. Yeah, this wasn't. Yeah, there's a waterfall here. Oh, they got like a burning volcano thing. That I don't think that was an Onverse, but yeah, I just okay. I'm guessing the bridge is not walkable yet. Okay, oops. So yeah, work in progress, but very cool. Again, I'm gonna have to kind of dig through my screenshots, see if I can remember where the house was. I'm not gonna be able to tell anything really right now, being so barren. But this is a great start. It won't be too long. Definitely sometime in maybe next couple months or so. We might be able to buy our villa again. Yeah, I don't remember too much. All I remember is I had a really good view of the ocean area and the pretty much forever sunset thing. Um, oh, here's the maze thing. Okay, wow. Oh man, the maze. I remember that now. Like I said, right now it doesn't look like there's anything we could do player point wise. Yeah, there's just rocks and stuff here. And apparently none of the bridges work yet. Okay, so cool start. Cool start. Yeah, 10 patches. Well, we're number 11 now. We are number 11. That's what it downloaded today for me. We are in version 1.0.1.11. So yeah, it's running pretty good. So now again, I don't know. This is just OV2. I'm not gonna say, oh, how's my laptop gonna be able to handle like GTA or Crisis or something like that, or Battlefield 6 or something like that. It handles this pretty well. So, and I was just telling my wife too because well, we were talking about my daughter's laptop, which is 2 years old now, and whether I want to continue the warranty on it or whatever. But um, I was telling my wife, and she doesn't understand the technology stuff really or any stuff. But I said I got this laptop at a very very good time. We're going right about 6 months now, or maybe a little bit over, something like that. And I got to do another review on it, kind of give my thoughts on it or whatever on a separate video. But I got very very lucky, I think, buying it when I did. Now that like RAM prices are through the roof, SSD prices are going crazy. Everything's going crazy right now because of all these AI warehouses and everything. And I think I paid like a little over 1,000 for this system here. But I think I got lucky. Honestly, they don't sell this model anymore, so I don't have anything really to compare it to really well today. But um, I think I got it a good time. I got very lucky. It's obviously this is going to delay me purchasing another desktop for a little while until things settle down, replace my ancient desktop. But I think I got lucky technically. Oh yeah, Beam G. That's something I totally got to get. That is that is one of the things I will spend some decent money on because I really love some of the YouTubers that are playing that in their streams or whatever. It was like a really fun game. Oh, awesome! All right, so that's about all we're gonna do. That so we're still gonna go down into the game room, do that, but we'll run through, just kind of do our little run through here with the player points, and then yeah, we'll check out to see what keys we have, and then we'll go down. We're gonna do some Neo Geo again, kind of like a cult classic, or some things that people don't even know. Kind of a very interesting system. I pulled up a Wikipedia thing. We'll read a little bit about it, and then yeah, we have some Neo Geo stuff on the retro gaming PC. This was kind of a last minute thought of mine. I saw it was actually someone on like Facebook Marketplace or something or a Facebook post of someone like trying to restore a Neo Geo, a cabinet, and I'm like, I think I had Neo Geo games on the PC. Um, our retro gaming PC sponsored by Todd Herbert, and let me check. And indeed, I do, and I got some games. I don't know a lot about the games. At least Neo Geo is very interesting. Now there was also a like a apparently a console, and I think that's what most of these games I have were from the console version. That the console and the cabinet itself did pretty well in Japan, but never did super well in the U.S. You saw it in the arcades for a pretty short time if you were lucky back then in the 90s. But a lot of people say it wasn't successful. Some people, it's like, yeah, they consider it like a cult classic. Their favorite games are ever on there. It's one of these where they had pretty much all exclusive games for them. So you had to play either the Neo Geo or nothing. I remember it pretty well in the arcades, and having my cousin having it in various places or whatever, I got to see him. But I mean, it was revolutionary at the time. I mean, because the whole point of it in their red cabinets was you could choose more than one game to play. Most of the cabinets were, I think, four, and then there was some smaller ones that'll let you choose between two. I've seen my cousin have both, and that was awesome. I mean, I noticed there was a lot of fighting games in there, which was never my huge interest. But I always took the opportunity to play one where I would see it in an arcade or one of these service plazas, travel plazas on the interstates that have a few arcade games. You might be lucky to find Neo Geo, and you don't see a lot of those cabinets anymore. I don't know if they made a ton of them. And again, we'll look at the Wikipedia. They said that cost was pretty expensive on it for both the console. Like they were trying to do like PS5 type prices on it back in the day, counting for inflation or whatever, and very, very expensive type system apparently. So it did really good in Japan, not so much in the U.S. And hey, I'm glad you remember a time. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people probably have no clue. If they're of a certain age, they don't even, like, what's a Neo Geo. I mean, it's like, if your only chance of finding it now is if you go into one of these, vintage arcade type things. And we got obviously Star Worlds, my cousin's arcade, and you got a few others like Galloping Ghost and others that I'm sure have. And there's also one up in Wisconsin that I want to check out with a friend. And most likely you're going to find a Neo Geo represented there. But they're just a very interesting. It's just kind of it's one of those things where I think that yeah, Neo, it was different. Like there wasn't any others that, I mean, it was basically a multi-cade. Now you find multi-cades everywhere. That's the cool thing to do. You put the multi-cades and then you could, 250 in one and in these personal cabinets and your home cabinets. Everyone's doing that. But back then, that was the first ever sort of attempt at a multi-cade. Yeah. Well, as you know, Tyler, I used to have them back in my childhood house, but unfortunately, they all kind of broke down. I had to give them back to my cousin, and I'm hoping to one day get something. As I've kind of mentioned, I would like to get like a mini multicade, one of these smaller cabinets have a multicade. That would be cool. I'll have a little extra room in the arcade soon because I have that big old CRTV, that big old chunker TV is broke now, so that's I'm just figuring out how to where I can recycle that and get rid of it and um, but yeah, it was really cool at the time. Like I said, even though there wasn't a ton of games that interested me, it was just cool seeing it. And you had the little I'll show you the Wikipedia for anyone who maybe doesn't know what I'm talking about. I'll show you the page of it, the typical red cabinet, and there were always red cabinets, and they had the little marquee things on the top, and then you could choose one, two, three, or four. It was cool, and it just I don't know if it was the timing of it too. Again, the whole time that came out, at least in the U.S. in the early to mid '90s, and I guess they produced. I think the Wikipedia said they produced the Neo Geos through 2004, which kind of shocked me. Um, is this a two? Oh yeah, this is a rock. Cool, awesome. Um, but the '90s was a rough time for arcade games because the consoles, the Nintendo and the Segas and stuff consoles were taking over at that point. You were already by the time that thing was coming up, you were already past the golden age of arcades. With the Pac-Man and the Donkey Kong and the Asteroids and all that. You were well past that. Those games were starting to seem kind of old. But they were old, those arcades back then, but they weren't like retro cool. They were just old, boring games because yeah, why am I gonna play Asteroids when I can play Mario Brothers or Sonic? I mean, come on. So everyone, the consoles had won at that point, and so as a revolutionary concept as it was, it just kind of collected dust in arcades with the rest of the kind of dying arcades at the time, and you had the very few folks like my cousin and stuff who made their attempt to keep the arcades alive. But it was pretty much close to extinction, I think, up until and I really obviously you have folks like my cousin and stuff who help obviously over the years keep the arcades going, but I think what kind of made the arcades become alive again was like companies like Stern over the past 10 years or so making these really awesome pinballs. And it's the pinball industry that never really died. It just again kind of there was this period in the late '90s and the 2000s where just no one was really making pinballs anymore either, and we thought the industry was pretty much dead at that point, and we just and then all suddenly Stern decided, yeah, we're gonna revive the pinball industry, and there's a couple now. There's Stern, there's Jersey Jacks. There's a few companies are doing it, but Stern was the big one making these really awesome pinballs with all the new technology in them, and head out to my cousin's arcade in DeKalb, and he'll usually have like six or so of these on display at one time that you could play, but. I really give almost all the credit over to Stern for reviving the arcade industry, and then really, and then we've seen the insurgence of like retro arcades pop up again. There's several here in the Chicagoland area. Obviously, we got my cousin's smaller arcade, but we have Galloping Ghost out by DeKalb, or by what is that, Brookfield or whatever. My cousin's arcade is DeKalb. There's and it's usually one of these emission based ones too. You pay one price, you play whatever. There's the one in West Dundee, not too far from my house, that I haven't been to yet. There's one in East Troy, Wisconsin, which is the one again I'm telling them. I think it's McQuonigo actually, not far from the Elegant Farmer. That I'm trying to arrange a time to head out there with my friend, and I am going to definitely vlog it. It's another one of these retro arcades, pay one price. It looks really really cool. It hasn't been open for too long, I don't think. Um, yeah. So okay, it is Brookville. Thank you. So, like I said, it's still definitely on the to do list. Oh, hey John, good to see you. I think I missed your thing there. Oh, you went. Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, that's Elk Grove Village, man. That's yeah. If you guys ever want to look into the history, there's. I've been wanting to do. I have some material saved. I was talking to my friend Eric 165 on on YouTube or whatever. He doesn't. I don't, he doesn't go on my. He doesn't make too many comments, but I still talk to him, even though he doesn't really come on my channel too much anymore. But I do talk to him about stuff, and I was talking about a project where I want to kind of document similar to I did that 2-part train video for the Palatine Lake Zurich Wakanda train line thing. I want to do something similar, but covering the arcade history in Elk Grove, and not only Elk Grove, but Melrose Park, Illinois, and because there's a lot of well, it's all over in Elk Grove. But then, yeah, there was actually there was some sort of manufacturing for pinballs. I think for Williams in Northlake, in the town that I grew up in, way a long time ago, down over by Lake Street. And then I remember as a kid riding my bike from Northlake into Melrose Park, not far in there, but um, I was I was going a little bit farther than my mom ever knew I was taking my bike, but I would ride into this little industrial area of Melrose Park, and there was this tiny little building that I think was connected to Williams or Ballet or something like that. But there was some sort of arcade manufacturing place there, like really close to my house. So my hometown has a lot of connection. And then Elk Grove obviously is not too far away either. So yeah, I have some material saved. Just I have not had the time to really put that because I want to travel to these places again. I want to do a proper thing instead of just talking about it. I want to travel, show the buildings as they are now, and that sort of thing. It just hasn't happened yet, but I do have material saved. That's definitely one of my goal items for 2026 to finally get that done, hopefully. But yeah, no, there's a lot of interesting history in the near west suburbs where I grew up as far as arcade history and that they're still making these pinballs in Elk Grove today. It is really really cool. And yeah, I would love to do the factory tour. I don't know if they would let me film it. I don't know if it's a filming friendly thing or not. Um, all right, guys, welcome to the casino. It's time for us to see what um, we have in our 12 golden keys. Wow, Galloping Ghost has been around that long. Oh my goodness, wow, I can't. I guess I'm not surprised. I remember, my cousin always, as a kind of a, competing location in a way. I was always kind of kept up to date what was going on with him, with that group over there. I don't think he like talked too much directly with them. Again, it was kind of a competition, but I just remember like them being at Midwest Gaming Classic for many years, trying to kind of promote their prototype arcade game that they were putting together, and it was kind of cool. I may have played it once, I don't know, but again, I didn't spend a lot of time in their booths and areas because again, kind of competition for my cousin's area there, but. Oh, okay. So that's good to know. I definitely still would like to do it, but yeah, I kind of figured they probably wouldn't, but again, you're kind of maybe giving away trade secrets or something. I don't know, but good to know. That's good information before I attempt to do that. But it would be cool to do that. I know there's sometimes like if you get special packages through the Midwest Gaming Classic tickets where you can go on some of these tours, but again, you have to kind of look on their websites to see what is out there. But so we have our 12 keys. Again, quick summary. This was the first time ever that they basically gifted us all these gold jackpot treasure keys. And now, if I honestly wanted to sell them, I could. I mean, there's no way. We're gonna see. We want to see what kind of things we're gonna get, and if we sell them later, we could sell them for possibly items for a lot more money. But yeah, I could sell this for. It would like sell for I think like 12 cash coins. So we currently have 168 cash coins. We have 9,500. We're almost at 10,000. We're getting close, which is not bad considering I haven't had like the Space World or whatever to do a bunch of collecting. So not too bad. But yeah, let's see what we got. I'm just very interested. We have two blue jackpot treasure keys that we collected while we were doing our player point hunting. So let's just go ahead and take care of those right now. And again, if you now, like I said, it's very rare to win these things. You'll see up here, it'll say, that basically the jackpot is 12,500 cash coins. Very unlikely we're going to get that, but it is a possibility. If you were to purchase one of these, yeah, you could buy 20. You could buy them for 25 CC. So they basically gave us 25 CC times 12 for free, which is pretty cool. I mean, they never did that on Onverse, but the developers did that. Now maybe it's just kind of a first year thing. Is hey, thank you for joining our program in beta. When we just launched. Who knows if they're going to do that every year? I kind of doubt it, but very cool they did this time, and so I wanted to kind of document this in the live stream, and then. So let's open. Did we? Okay, there we go. All right, we picked up the bronze urn. I think that's the one that gives us the most player points back. Let's see. And stack of ignites also. So we got one of each. Again, it's kind of a 50-50 with that. If we try to do it again, it's going to tell us we don't have any more blue keys. That's fine. If you ever just feel like gambling, it's not too bad. You can pick them up for, I think, what is it? 100 blue jackpot. But that's fine because you do enough player point huntings, you will find a few of these. So I don't really recommend anyone just buying these things. Just do player hunting for a while. You'll get player points, and then you get player points, and then you have some free keys to possibly get more player points. So really makes no sense to do that. But let's go back in our furniture. So we got one of these. The burn thing is we could sell it for 120. So there we go. Getting closer to 10,000. But I don't think we're gonna get there today. And then sell one of these. This sells for like 16. All right, wonderful, beautiful. All right, well let's. As you might have seen with the blue ones that I've done now a few times, I like to go. There's four. Oh, there's two of these rooms, 2 treasures each, or like 4 treasures each, whatever. So the room over there, the room over here, and so we'll have 2 yellow chests here and 2 yellow chests in the other one. And we just kind of rotate back and forth. So let's see what we get, guys. Let's do some gambling. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the nostalgia. And like I said, I really do like to do. I do need to do some more modern games, and but yeah, I like doing the retro stuff. And yeah, and I don't remember. Yeah, obviously I know you're in California now, but I didn't know that you lived in Indiana back then. That's cool. So I didn't know you were a Midwest boy. That's cool. I don't know if you ever mentioned that. That's awesome. I'm not too far from Indiana. I got a few Indiana vlogs out there. I gotta get back there, but I'll be possibly going through Indiana in the spring. So I'm gonna make announcements and stuff soon when that becomes official. But we might be going through Indiana fairly next few months. So stay tuned for that, I can say. But all right, let's do this. I'm kind of nervous, guys. Again, I don't know what they give you. We have a chance to get cash coins, 12,500. That's always nice. Obviously, some less one. We're going to probably get some very rare clothes. Possibly, like I said, mounts. So basically things you can ride, things you can fly around. And then I'll just kind of sit down and decide what I want to keep or what I want to sell to get player points or cash coins. But either way, either it's going to be an interesting item or something we can sell to get a decent amount of player point and cash coins, which will be nice either way. As we get closer, hopefully, in the next couple months or so to, and start building up our villa at some point. So, all right, well, let's start with the first one. And we got 12 of them, so we're basically gonna be able to do like what 3 or something on each side. So, all right, let's see what we got. First one, here we go, guys. Do you want to use the gold jackpot treasure key? There's no going back. All right. Okay, we got the stack of golden ignats. Okay, so this is interesting. This is probably one of the lower valued, I guess, items. But let's see. Okay, yeah, this is kind of a better luck next time, like our bronze ignats. But we will. Obviously, we're not going to be keeping these, but their value is 8 cash coins, which means we could sell it for 4 cash coins. So, not very exciting, but we will be able to add a little bit to our cash coins for that. So, there is definitely a monetary value to that. Do you know the biggest arcade? Um, I think John is going to know the answer to that as well, and I'm going to have to say, even though I haven't been there, it is going to be Galloping Ghost in Brookfield. Again, I've never been there, and really the only reason I haven't been there is because it's kind of a sensitive subject for my cousin being a competitor thing, but at this point, I don't think he really would care or even know if I went there. I just haven't got out there yet, but from what I've heard about Galloping Ghost is they were big to begin with, but they've been buying like adjacent like buildings and stuff, so they are expanding like a lot. So I heard it is crazy huge. So I'm definitely interested. It's just it's not a very close by thing, but I am going to get there because I am going to be meeting hopefully soon one of our regular squad members that lives out in the area. Um, he's not in this live stream right now, but he lives in that area and he wants to kind of meet me at one of these malls in the area so I can do a mall video and he wants to meet me for lunch, which is awesome. I'm definitely all about meeting our crew, our squad members. So he's definitely a regular in the channel, but I don't think he's in our live stream right now. And that's Galloping Ghost is actually not too far to the North Riverside Mall, which I have a little history with growing up, but I haven't been there since I was like a teenager. So that's gonna be really cool. That might not happen until the weather gets a little better in the spring or whatever, but that'll be really cool. I definitely want to meet this guy. So all right. So on to the next one. Hopefully we have a little better luck with this one. Okay, so you're pretty close too. Oh wow, so both of you are actually pretty close. Yeah, if you haven't figured out the member who lives in the area, again, I don't know exactly what town he lives in, but he's in the area. It is Patrick. You guys have probably seen Patrick. He's one of my, I think he's currently he's one of the Super Squad members right now. He lives somewhere in that area, so you guys are both actually probably pretty close for me. I don't know exactly what town he is in, but I know he's told me he's close to North Riverside, so that's all I know at this point. So that's cool. Yeah, so we got a few of you actually are not too far from where I grew up. That's awesome. All right, here we go. Number 2. We picked up another stack of gold ignats. All right, so again, now it's going to show I have 2 of these here, and this is going to be the same thing. I'm not going to sell these right now. Kind of a bummer. No big prizes yet. Again, I don't know what the odds are that I'm going to get some cool item. I hope I at least pick up one cool item. Again, I don't know how they have these things weighted or whatever. But let's check out the ones on the other side. So, yeah, the room's basically the same thing. Now let's check this one out. Let's see if we can get maybe a better luck on this side. I mean, I'll take that. So that's basically like 8 free cash coins. I mean, I'm for that. But I kind of am hoping I win some kind of cool rare item. Oh God, I can't. I do have screenshots of the items that I've won with gold keys in Onverse, and some of that I think I might have put some of that show video. But I can't remember exactly what they were. All right, here we go. I think this is number 3. Oh, we got something, guys. We picked up the male golden El Smasho boxing gloves. We got a clothes thing. So I can wear these Let's see. Let's see what the what's the goods. Oh wow, guys. All right. Now this, yeah, I can wear these. This would be cool. But so male golden L Smasho boxing gloves. To buy these things. Now again, do you want to hold on to them? Is this something you really want to wear? Again, that is up to you. If I wanted to buy these in the store, they're going to cost me 250 cash coins. I don't even have 250 cash coins. But to sell them, again, everything's half price. I can get 125 cash coins here. That's very valuable. That will get me some pretty cool furniture items just with that alone. And I don't have to spend any of my real money. That can buy a lot of things for my future island villa. So, again, this is something I'm going to hold on to for now. I can wear them, I think, though, right? There we go. All right, see? Again, probably not something I'm going to hold on to long term because, I mean, okay, they're boxing gloves, whatever. I'm not going to be, like, fighting anybody, but let's wear them for now anyway. All right, oh, I'm trying to get a good look at them. There you go. Boxing gloves, baby. Nice. All right, well, that is definitely a winner. Not bad. For number 3, that is a winner. Oh, items that I want to get. Yeah, I have the basic vehicle right now, but there are some cooler vehicles that you can get that you can drive around the world in. But they do cost a good amount of cash coins. I haven't bought it yet, but that's the main thing. Um, the one thing I do want to get, I will show you that. Let's go ahead and do, let's do this side real quick, and I'll show you the one thing I want to get. They do cost, I would pretty much take all my player points, but this is something that I did have at one point. But let's do this real quick. Open. And we got another stack of golden ignat, so another one of these that we could sell for 4. All right, well, we're going to do another round here, but the one thing I want to get, let's go back into the hubs. I guess we'll wear our golden gloves, show them off here, but where if I could find it now? It's in... Is it in here? It's wherever the vehicles are. And this I will be able to get. It's gonna be using all of my cash coins basically, unfortunately. Since we're here, I'm definitely gonna obviously have to get a couple of these items. Maybe I'll wear that one's stuck. Maybe I'll wear my golden gloves for a while. Not in a big rush. Again, I'm probably not gonna need a lot of cash coins until I'm kind of done at this point decorating my apartment, so I'm not gonna really need too much more cash coins until the villa becomes available, but is it over here? All right, let's pick this up. Or I think we can get to it from here, actually. I'm trying to think of where the closest area to get to is. Yeah, it's right up here. Okay, cool. Yeah, before, like I said, I have the free vehicle, which I can actually show you guys the free vehicle. This is the free OV buggy. So you just kind of go and hit the mount, boom, and then right over to. So this is where they have the vehicles, and I can show you. Oh, hello. So yeah, this is the vehicle area. And so yeah, this is if you're the whale and you want to spend your money, you can get cool things here like this pink buggy, the Jeep, the fire bus, but these are not cheap. You got the Jeep here, um, the little mini school bus. For example, I don't know if it'll tell me how much it's actually cost. Maybe. And these may not be for sale yet. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe these aren't ready yet. I'm not sure. I haven't seen a lot of things floating around. These might just be on display. But I'm not really. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. But what I can get, or not yet almost, is the bicycle. This I did have at Onverse. This does only take player points, and then you can just basically go around a little bit quicker if you want. You don't necessarily mess around with the car, but the bike will let you go a little faster. Um, Motorized bicycle, motorbike, cycle motor, bicycle, da 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 da, kick back, ride around town, whatever, cool. I'm almost there, but very close actually. It does cost 9,999 player points, so basically it's going to take up the entire thing that I've worked at. So, but I mean, what else am I going to do with it at this point? So that might be one of my next like big projects. So, oh, we'll see. I haven't decided yet, but the bike is not very practical for the player point hunting because then you got to like, I think you got to get off it, get your player points, mount back onto it, and then it's kind of a pain in the butt. But all right, well let's see if what else we can get here. Still wearing our golden gloves. That'll get us to buy. Well, we can definitely buy some with it. I'm gonna hold on to it for now, but like I said, once that villa becomes available, I might be tempted to sell that item. But hopefully, we'll get some other good stuff. Again, the jackpot is 12,500 cash coins. That would be nice. Opening up the next one, guys. Ooh, okay, we have the golden urn. That is going to get us a little bit more than those ignots, similar to, similar to how the blue ones. I don't even know how much this will give us. All right, this is good. If you'd want to buy one of those, which I don't think you can buy these, it would be 60 cash coins, but we get to sell it for 30 cash coins, so not bad at all. That'll get something pretty cool. All right. I'd be happy with more of those. I mean, I can get I would buy another pair of these boxing gloves, but all right, on to the next one. Let's see what we got. Stack of golden ignots. So I think we're gonna have a lot more of these ignots, but I mean, still. So it's 4 times 4, whatever. So what? 16? We would get 16. Not too shabby, but that's kind of the consolation prize. Let's do the 2 over here as well. Why not jump to the waterfall? Oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, for the information on that, John. I appreciate that, and definitely, yeah. Like I said, I've done research, but it's definitely not complete. It is far from complete, which is also one of the kind of hesitating. Like, I got some old pictures of like the North Lake location, Merle's Park, but I know there's a lot more in the area, and it's just so cool that they have so much arcade history. I just thought it was cool because I drive through Merle's Park and let me look here real quick, see if I can. See if I can find an address here. Okay, so the Bally Pinball in Franklin Park. And actually, my research material is actually on. Oh, no, this is it. Okay. I couldn't remember maybe. I think that. Let me verify this real quick, guys. Yes, thank you. This is right here. Thank you, AI. See, even though AI is making my computer parts too expensive and my RAM, it sometimes can be very valuable when I'm trying to search Data East. So, Data East, pinball. again, they had a whole thing with name changes and everything else. So again, I'll save all that stuff for. But basically, what it says is Data East eventually turned into Stern Pinball. And Stern Pinball's not there anymore, but I'll show you the location. This is what I used to ride my bike to, but at 1990 Janice Avenue in Merrill's Park. And I will look again. I'll do it over here because I don't want to put like my address. I mean, not that I don't live at this house anymore, but and I got some stuff to show you guys eventually about the house. It's very interesting. I'm gonna make a community post. What they are turning my child at home into. It's horrible. It's weird. It's a thing. I don't know what to think about it these days, but um, okay. Let me click here. Where's my home button? There we go. Okay, so this Data East Pinball Manufacturing Building was 6 minutes by car and 2.1 miles, or 1.9 miles, depending which way you went. So very close. So this was just barely past my town of North Lake into the little industrial area of Melrose Park. I didn't even have to like cross any like major streets or anything. So I kind of went through these little back roads to get there. But I remember in the 80s, a kid in the 80s going over and seeing the Data East sign or whatever. I'm thinking, well, this is so cool because I knew this was arcade pinball thing, but I didn't know much else about it. But it hasn't been there in many, many years. But I'll show you guys real quick. Google Street View, and I think nothing else on here. Okay, cool. So right here, this is 1990 Janice Avenue. And again, this is the little industrial area of Merrill's Park. I can even show you where I crisscrossed over from North Lake in there. Kind of went over this little not barrier, but like a little hill thing to get there on my bike. But and I think you can see. Maybe you can. I don't know. I don't know if this fuzzy one ever said Data East. There may not be any Google Street Views where it says. The sign eventually went away, but and this is kind of a yeah. But this is the building. I mean, not a big building, but they used to make pinballs here back in like the 80s or whatever. But I go to like 2011. Let's go to 2000. Yeah, I think this building was vacant. So yeah, we're not going to see. Oh wow, there's a couple old cars over there. Um, yeah, it's blank here, but once upon a time, this little sign used to say Data East, and I thought that was kind of cool. It might have said something about pinballs in there. I don't remember it that well. I never got any pictures of it, but yeah, so that was little pinball history there. And then where did I used to? Yeah, so kind of like right into here. Um, yeah, right here. So this all area here is North Lake. This is out. So I lived a little bit north of here, and I would take one of these roads, on my bike, either Roy or Roberta down to right here. You go in Whitehall, and then you go in Alvin, and then right here you used to be able to kind of just. I'll show the Google Street View. This was the residential area, and then you kind of just jump over a little area here, a little grassy area, and that would plop you into the industrial area, and that's where the like I said, I don't think my mom ever knew I was riding my bike over here, but that was kind of my rebel days, I guess, if you want to call it that. But so again, like so I'd go down Alvin here, and then I would just take my bike like down this little hill into the industrial area, and then just kind of short little ride over here, and boom, there was the oh, right over here was the once upon a time Data East Pinball, eventually to become Stern. So kind of cool, huh? But again, hopefully I will. Again, I got a lot of cool old pictures of that building, but again, that's a WIP work in progress. So let's get back to this, finish this up so we can get downstairs. Oh yes, okay, thank you. Yes, you are right, and I think I have that in my notes that did become like briefly Sega. I don't know if again they moved locations and stuff, so I don't know if there ever was like a Sega sign over there or something, but like that I can't remember. But let's see, where are we at here? So we have 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let's. I don't know. I think we got both. I kind of lost track what we were doing with the the different jackpot things. But let's head over here. See if we have any luck over here. But yeah, there was a little bit of arcade history about 2 miles from my house, which was kind of fun. Oh, okay. We have male golden relaxed pants. Now, pants are useful, right? I mean, let's see. Another, you know, not furniture, but like an avatar clothes thing or whatever. This, another one we could sell for 125. Now, this is kind of tough decision because I'm sure I would look cool in golden pants. Oh, yeah, I do look cool. That goes nice with my golden gloves. I don't know. Now I'm kind of, it's really kind of tough to decide if I want to sell this, you know? Oh, that is tough, man. All right, I gotta think about that. That is kind of a good look on me. Now I just need the golden shirt. I hope I can get a golden shirt now. That's all I need right now is the golden shirt. All right, thank you, developers. Thank you, Aaron. I'm trying to think what the other developer name is right now. I apologize. I know Aaron. Aaron is one of the developers. I'm trying to think the other developer name is now. But thank you guys for gifting me these 12. Well, we gift everybody. Didn't just gift it to me, but thank you for gifting these gold coins to us. Okay, we got more of the golden ignats. That is going to be the ones that are kind of worth less. And we have how many left? 4 left. All right. So okay, so that's good. We'll do 2 on there. Come back to here. Awesome. And then we will see what we have on Neo Geo. If you guys have any suggestions on a Neo Geo game you want me to play, I can't check it. I did spot a racing game. There is a racing game. I guess I don't do a lot. I don't know a lot about the fighting ones. I never did a lot of fighting games back in the 90s. But if there is any one you're interested, definitely leave it in the chat. All right, let's see what we got here. Come on, we need something big here. Okay, golden urn. That's not too bad. That's the one that we're gonna get a little decent amount. Yeah, I will definitely at some point off camera. We'll sell these. There's really no reason to hold on to these, but this is the one I will get 30 cc's for. So not too bad. We're doing decent. Again, I kind of want something golden to wear as a top. I mean, if I can get a golden top, I might. Well, maybe I might sell the boxing gloves, but I'll keep the pants if I can get a golden shirt at least, or something cool like that. Some kind of cool shirt. Let's see what we got here, guys. Maybe? Thinking about it. Oh, stack of gold ignats. Alright. Not doing too well. Kind of like the Chicago Bears. Alright. Alright, let's see. We should have, what, 2 more? Yep. Oh, wait. Tools? 2 more left, guys. 2 more. Oh, another stack of ignats. Oh, alright, guys. This is the last one. We have 1 more. And we have all this. And whatever we decide we want to do with our boxing gloves and our pants. It's kind of hoping for more items, but we'll take it. Again, I don't know what the ratio they have, but I never picked up 12 golden keys when I did my time in Onverse, so it's the last one, guys. Gotta be something good. I need a shirt. I need something golden to wear for my shirt. And it's another golden urn. Alright, well there's my exciting 12 golden keys of Christmas. So is that exciting? I don't know. But wanted to document it because I don't know what I'm going to ever have 12 golden keys again. Probably be if they decide to gift it to us for Christmas again. So, fortunately, we never did win the jackpot. 12,500 cash coins. We're currently sitting at 168. And we could do a quick count, not counting the gloves or anything yet, but let me get my old handy dandy calculator because I don't trust my own math. So 7 times 4, so we got our 28. And if we want to sell those, it's 30, so not too bad. So we will, just by selling that, we'll get 118 cash coins. Adding to our 168 cash coins that we already have, assuming we don't buy anything, 286, so not too bad. Again, I don't remember if it's cash coins or player points, how that worked for me to buy the villa, so we'll find out. Obviously, there's, I can hold on to this as much as I want to. There is inventory limits, but we're not anywhere close to that right now, so. All right, very cool. We can head over real quick to the free OV2 store. Something cool that might go with the with our gloves. Won't be able to buy anything golden, but army shirt? No. Yeah, that's kind of ugly. What's this? Yeah. Rage. We got a turkey. Again, these are all back from the Design a T-shirt contest in Onverse back in whatever the heck they had those in 2010, 2011. AFK, that can tells you how outdated that is. No one uses that anymore. And I already have, I think this is this might be like the skirt or something of the shirt that I'm currently wearing. Female black, so that's the skirt. This is a male shirt though, I can tell you that, but there's apparently a matching skirt to go with it if I wanted to wear a skirt, I guess. Neo Drift. All right, I'll look that one up. I'm pretty sure I probably have that one. We'll look into that. I did see some sort of like a motorcycle game as well, so we'll check that out. But there you go, guys. That's all I really needed to do in OV2 right now. But again, you guys have kind of seen, some of the player pro. We could probably take these. I don't need to wear these, but let's take these gloves off for now. I'm keeping the pants on though. I'm keeping the pants. I like the pants. I have a feeling I'm gonna keep the pants. I don't know if I'm gonna keep the boxing gloves, but I have a feeling I'm gonna hold on to the pants. It's we'll see. I'll think about it. I gotta decide once I get my villa. Let's see if we can get up to 10,000. We're at 9,877. Back at Onverse, when I reached the milestones of like 10K, 20K, etc., I got up all the way close to like 90K of player points. I did screenshot and document it, so we will do that again. But let's see if we can get an lot over here, though. Okay, yeah, that sounds familiar. I think that's what I saw. So good. Not a lot of stuff. Someone might be player point hunting right now. There's not a lot of stuff out here. Yeah. Let's go to some of our little secret spots here that sometimes have some. Yeah, these are all kind of low value player points. I'm not really getting a lot here, but and they never have anything over at the beach over there. Let's go back here. there's not a lot of items right now. So yeah, but we'll come back to that. We're gonna get 10,000 pretty soon. I'll screenshot it when we get there. But yeah, I want to do some Neo Geo stuff too with you guys before we wrap up the evening here. All right, so we're all good there. Get rid of that. All right, let's head out. Before you do that though, real quick, I did promise to kind of go a little bit into the Neo Geo stuff for anyone who's not familiar. Okay, so again, the quick little thing. I actually have working on a video that's gonna come out pretty soon. Where I actually kind of talk. Well, yeah, actually no, it's not a personal video. It's related to a mall video, but I go over some history stuff similar to this, but malls in the western suburbs. So I've been working on that video for a couple of weeks now, putting that together. So I'm pretty excited for when that finally does release. But so it's a video. Neo Geo was a video platform released in 1990 by SNK Corporation. Released in 2 ROM cartridge-based formats, an arcade system board, known as a MVS or multi-video system that you might be familiar with in the arcade. And then apparently they also did have a home video game console that I did not really know about until I started looking into this system a little bit. I don't know anyone that ever owned a video game. It seemed like this was more of a Japanese thing, but it goes into some of the processing and all the other stuff. It was one of the first and rare 24-bit systems. 16 and 32 were obviously pretty common with the consoles back then. But this was kind of an odd one in between at 24 bits. Kind of goes into some of the success and stuff, and then what's very interesting goes into a little bit of the cost. And it was one of the at the time, most expensive consoles ever released, which they definitely sort of attribute to its sort of lack of success. In the U.S., it cost $649.99 in its release, which would be equivalent to about $1,500 in 2024. And for that's Wikipedia saying 2024. With inflation today, that would be probably like a $2,000 gaming system. I don't know too many people that would have done that in the U.S., but it was a lot more successful in Japan. Again, from what I've kind of been reading. But they say that the multi-video system, now the NVS, the Neo Geo NVS, was more success because the cabinet had a low cost. It had the sort of revolutionary thing at the time with the multi-cartridge slots, and it was a compact size. Although to call it a compact size was kind of a stretch. It was a big arcade cabinet, at least the 4-cabinet one. That was no like mini cabaret style, though. I think they might have made a mini cabaret style of it. I never saw it. This was a big old cabinet, so compact size is kind of a stretch. They said some of the popular games that came out for it. Again, I don't really know any of these particular. I see them in arcade. I picked the one that was the most interesting. Put my quarter in. Again, a lot of fighting games, which wasn't really my thing at the time. My biggest fighting game, if you want to call it that I used to play back then, would be Mortal Kombat, which I'm going to do at a live stream at some point too. Mortal Kombat was my thing. I did a little bit of Street Fighter, but still, Mortal Kombat was basically my fighting game at the time. I was much more interested in the racing games and the Mario type games or whatever, and the Mario Karts, things like that. It was more my thing. Oh yes, I have been out to there, and I have a video coming out. Is it? Let me see if it's even been out yet. Did I actually release it? No, actually, I don't think that video. When is that video going to come out? That's got to be coming out soon. Yeah, well, let me check on that real quick. I got them on my laptop. This is the best time for me to tell you when a video is going to come out because I got my history of my compiled videos here. Yes, I have been there. I went very shortly after the opening last year. Let's see, those 2 videos are out. That's video just released. Oh! It's the next video, guys. Yes. So that video that I released, like yesterday or today, whatever, of my kids' marching band thing, I filmed that on October 5th, 2025. And the next day, October 6th, 2025, I went over and checked out the Toys R Us and Babies R Us flagship store at Chicago Premium Outlets, Chicago Outlet Malls, whatever, in Aurora. I did. Yeah, that's right. There's kind of a whole story about behind that. I didn't necessarily plan on being in the area that day, but I was doing some of my gig work, and in the process of doing my gig work, it kept on sending me farther south, and farther south. It was an insane day. That usually my gig work keeps me in my general area, but people were ordering things, and not just like food items, but things from Home Depot and flower stores and just oddball things. And I was going south and south and south to the point where I actually had a drop off in Naperville. Yeah, I started the day in McHenry, ended up in Naperville after like 5, deliveries that I was doing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm close enough. So I turn off the app. I turn off, all the app and everything. And I just drove another like 15 minutes to the outlet mall. I'm like, I'm going to film it. And they haven't been open. It's super long, and it was awesome. Unfortunately, as it was later in the afternoon, I couldn't spend a lot of time there. So it was kind of a quicker walkthrough than I wanted to, because it was already, I had to be back in McHenry at a certain time, and I'm in Naperville, a very busy area, Naperville, Aurora, getting close to rush hour. So it was I knew it was going to be kind of a lengthy drive back, but I did get a very nice video and did a little food vlog out of it as well. It's a little bit of a lengthier video, but I had a lot of fun that day. The weather was great, and would love to get back there again and kind of do. I couldn't do the full walkthrough of the outlet mall there, but would love to do it again. But yes, the next video, which I will probably have out on Tuesday, I think, possibly Tuesday morning. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I knew it was coming. If I hadn't released it yet, I knew it was coming soon, and indeed, it will be coming very soon this week. So very, very cool. Yes, I knew we were getting close to it. So yes, stay tuned, guys, for that. All right, so that's that. So again, kind of going back to the Neo Geo stuff. So, the console was $1,500 equivalent, but it was basically, they're saying, relatively successful for the cabinet. I didn't see a ton of them though. I don't know how successful, but I don't know what they consider successful. But it didn't seem like it did. There wasn't a ton of them at that time. But some of the popular games they said include Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, Samurai Showdown, World Heroes, The King of Fighters, Twinkle Star Sprites, and Metal Slug. And surprising to me, game software production lasted until 2004, being one of the longest supported arcade systems of all time. So that's kind of cool. And again, they said it had a very niche market in Japan, but sales were very low in the US due to its high price for both the hardware and software, but still gained, as I kind of mentioned in my title, a cult following, and now is considered a collectible. So everything old eventually becomes a collectible, I guess. It said worldwide 1 million Neo Geo MVS, that's the cabinets, were shipped, and 980,000 Neo Geo AES and CD units, so that's basically the console, were sold. So there you go. But let's check it out, and then they go more into development and everything. But I'll show you the picture of the cabinet. You guys probably already know. Again, I didn't know that there was ever a console version of this. I certainly didn't know anyone, but yeah, this was right here. Just left over. Yeah, there's the infamous cabinet, the Neo Geo cabinet. Yeah, so again, a lot of very niche games that you just didn't normally see in any other sort of cabinet or console system. But yeah, that's what I always found cool. And this usually lit up. So you had 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you had a little summary of each game, and then when you put your quarter in, you had to select which game you want to play. And the only other thing that I know that was kind of similar back then, obviously, well before multi-Ks became a thing, was which you can see. There's usually one of these usually at my cousin's arcade in Calb is the Nintendo cabinet. So they had a Nintendo cabinet that had a bunch of like Nintendo and various like games like that. I know the original Turtles game, one of the original Turtles games was on there, one or two. But you go into like it's a now that's a huge cabinet. But it had a whole bunch. You could play like Mario Brothers games, things like that, and your quarter would last you a certain amount of time. And if you want to continue playing, you just kept on putting in more quarters in and stuff. Very, very unique. Nintendo Select 10, thank you. That's the official name of it. I couldn't remember the name on it, but my cousin always has one of those, usually on display, and it's really cool. I like playing Turtles when I go over there. The Turtles that you will remember from the Nintendo cartridge, not the original arcade version, but the Turtles one with the cool music and everything. That I gotta play that again on the live stream sometime. I wanna go back to that. But yeah, so that's the Neo Geo guys. So let's go find a couple of those games maybe downstairs. Take another quick walk through the house again. Get my tripod thing. All right. Oh, and I could probably exit out of OV2 here. I don't need to still be in the game. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's get this reset up downstairs. There we go. Okay. Alright, grab my charger. Yeah. Alright, let's go get this. We should hopefully have a couple sleeping dogs again, although they will want to go out one more time tonight after I end this live stream. Let's see. We got one sleeping over there. There's our little shelter dog our little foster we picked up, and there's our sheep dog over there. They're pretty chill right now, and I will have to take them outside one more time, but. Here, let's head downstairs. We already got the PC on. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, Tyler. I'm always glad to have you here. I already got everything kind of set up. I got the PC on already. I got a couple lights on downstairs, so we should be able to get right into I think I even have it on the Neo Geo menu. We are going to be doing the Neo Geo games right now. At some point, yes, I will do some new games. And hopefully, again, I do apologize for not having the Steam setups yet, but hopefully we'll have that soon for you. All right, welcome, guys, to Wayne's Arcade World. Again, just going back on our little see over there. I already got a few lights on and everything here, so we can get quickly set up. Put you guys right here for now. Let me get the tripod set up, everything like that. And if I turn the TV on, we should be already good to go. The weather's been a little rough. We have, yeah, it is cold. I think it's going to get even colder tomorrow. It's been basically in the teens, Fahrenheit, and um, more or less the past couple days. We had about an inch and a half or so of snow today. We had an inch and a half or so of snow last night or previous because I cleaned out the driveway this morning and then it snowed during the day. Again, and now there's a little bit of snow again on the driveway, so nothing major. It's supposed to get like very cold, like single digit type things over the next day or so. So I don't know, how it's gonna be tomorrow. Figuring out my week and what vlogs and type of things I could possibly do. It won't be a lot of outdoor adventures. It's not really good weather. But it's not terrible. We're not having a blizzard. We're just, just annoying little snowfalls to make the roads a little bit slick, but you know, nothing terrible, I guess. Could be worse. We could have a blizzard. We could have like 45 inches or whatever that supposedly Ohio might have at some point, but I don't think that's actually going to really happen. But yeah, there's a whole crazy prediction about possible blizzards, but I think we're going to be a little bit north of all that blizzard stuff, hopefully. That's not till next week, but well, yeah, it's just kind of January cold, It's nothing. Yeah, high of 5. So yeah, I haven't been. Didn't feel too bad when I was out a little bit later tonight. I was taking the dogs out before I started the live stream. Didn't feel too bad. It was a little bit snowing, nothing too much. But yeah, I think we're gonna get out tomorrow morning and I'll be like, oh yeah, it is nasty out there. But we'll see. All right. So let's get in here, guys. There we go. So yeah, it's kind of. Oh, there's Riding Hero. Well, let's go ahead and start with that. That's our little motorcycle game. And I don't know how many did I play before. I don't know how many did I played in the arcade. These are kind of set up similar. That classic. I love that sound. Again, they're showing it as a console, so again, this is how it would appear in the console version. There might be some games I didn't have in the arcade versions. I don't know. But if you ever, I think my cousin had shown me one of these Neo Geo cartridges. So these were literally cartridges. And you had like 4 slots or 2 slots. And then, I guess when you bought the game, you got the little marquee thing to put in top or whatever. I don't know how exactly that worked, but these were like literally cartridges. They looked like huge, like 8-track tapes, basically. And you would put it into the slot, and you could put multiple games in there. It was just really cool. I guess eventually, the JAMA boards tried to kind of do the same thing, where you could do more than one game. You couldn't do more than one game at the same time, but you could swap them out. So it was kind of trying to go for the same thing, but yeah, this, like I said, this is pretty revolutionary. So it's select and push start. So again, I've kind of looked through this. I don't know. There's multiplay. This is the World Grand Prix mode. I don't know too much about this. It kind of goes over so accelerator, brake, turbo. Again, I don't know how well this is mapped. My B button is kind of serving, I think, as my A button here. I don't know. So this is going to be kind of a experiment for me because I have not tested these out yet. Okay, there you go. So D-pad or the joystick seems to work fine. Definitely, like I said, this was one of the rare 24-bit systems, and I can kind of see how this is sort of, because this does almost have like a Sega Genesis type graphics vibe to it to me, so I can kind of see how this would be a mix between like the 16 and 32-bit systems. I think like what Super Nintendo. Well, I know obviously You know, Nintendo 64 was 64-bit. I'm pretty sure Super Nintendo was 16-bit, and I don't know like if like GameCube or something like or one of the others. I don't know what was like a 32-bit system. I don't know if that had been like PlayStation or something. I don't know, but this kind of does remind me of whatever that motorcycle game we played a few times on the Mini Genesis, the Sight Bite or something like that. I forget which one we played on that, but we didn't do that good here, unfortunately. It kind of reminds me of that. Thankfully, we can put more credits, just like that. Let's try it again. We're not too good at it right now. Okay, well, A button is the brake. I don't know if we have a turbo. I can't remember. We do have turbo, but I'm not on my button see. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's the oddly placed Y button here, but that's our turbo. Although turbo hasn't been doing it because we're crashing. This kind of does remind me of pole position a little bit too, but. Oh wow, yeah, we really kind of suck at this. Oh, check out one of the other modes maybe. Oh, I think we're already out of turbos now. we are not good at this, guys. Ah! My card is still inserted. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know, I guess. All right, let's check out story mode. I guess. Sure. Okay, so yeah, so C button, accelerator is RB, brake is RA. Oh, okay, so I guess I get to make a person. Interesting. It's an apartment house. What in the heck is this? Okay. Is this a racing game or what is this? Your energy has been recovered. Okay. Cool. Are we gonna like do it right? I don't know. Let's exit, I guess. They got a whole world in here or something? What is this? Yeah, I know it's an apartment, I guess. I guess we go to different. Wow, what is this? It's the Sea Ridge. Nobody is there. What do you want to do? Want to talk? Okay. Okay, well, this was not what I was expecting at all from a racing game. Okay. Do they have this full story mode on the arcade version? You don't look injured now. No. This is wild. I'm gonna like. It's like a whole little world thing going on. It's like a little GTA thing or something. But I don't know what this is about. Not a lot for me to do, but do we even have a race thing? Oh, I just wasted all my time. All right, hold on, guys. I gotta put another quarter in. Okay. Sorry about that. Ooh, what's a checkpoint? We got a checkpoint here? Can I do the... Okay, I don't know. There's the circuit over here if I can get to it. See if that does anything. Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know. I'm gonna have to play around with this board. I don't know what this is about. And I no idea what I can do here yet. So let's, and I have no idea how to exit out, so I'm gonna do it the cheating way here. Go back into this, see what the last thing is on here. That's funny. I don't know what that's all about. All right, good. We got the free version. That's good to know. I never played a ton of Neo Geo, you know, to be honest with you, but boy, that sounded pretty. Oh, so there was. I thought I went to the bike shop, but I might have missed it. Yeah, you're probably right. There was one more thing in here, multiplayer. Let's see what this is. Choose our bike. I don't know how this is different from the other one we were on, but and I don't think we can choose. Okay, so. Oh, you know, because it was saying wait, it was saying just a moment. This was probably an arcade mode for multi-cabinets, I bet. So multiple cabinets. That's got to be what this is. So this is basically the same thing, which we kind of again are not that good at apparently. But yeah, this had to have been like, hey, you know, there was all those racing games back in the day. You know, like they had the Mario one too that my cousin has, where you can hook up multiple units or whatever and face the person. That's probably what that thing was, which obviously we can't, we're not gonna be able to do that, but there's a lot of curves on this, but I'd like to see if I can actually get through the course at least. Once anyway. This is not a... And I have turbo, but man, it's like... It's not an easy one to do turbo on. Like right here is a good spot, obviously, but... Doing a little better than we did last time. Ah. Stupid. Get out of my way. The track is just so tight. There is no, like, this is not a wide track. Ooh, that was rude. I always like that Sega one that we play once in a while. That you get to like kick, you can kick the person, which I don't think you. Ah, come on, that's fun. I have to play that one again. Yeah, thank you. It's been working pretty well. I had one little freak out where I think I messed on the previous live stream where I don't know, I got kind of confused. Like, it wouldn't like totally boot up. And so I basically one of the things suggested on the internet suggested was to like disconnect all the USB, and then I did, and then it booted up fine. So I just disconnected the controllers and the keyboard, and it booted up fine. But I thought that was kind of confused. I think on the Linux side or something, and then it booted up fine. Road Rash. Okay, yeah, yeah. That one I know we've done before on the lot. It definitely gives me that that vibe of it. But okay, well that's that game. Pretty cool. I mean, we got second place, so that's that. Doesn't look like there was a career mode or anything on there really. So, but yeah, let's. And I think I did check, and I think we do have Road Rash on here as well. So. Fractal Stinger, thank you for joining. I'm just looking at the. All right, let's see. Neo Drift Out. That was one. I think it was in our suggestions. Do we have that? Neo Turf. Neo. A lot of Neo. Neo Bomberman. Maybe we have maybe just called. It might be called just Drift Out too. So let's. I could do a search on here, but it's like, well, it's 8-man. Yeah, so many. Yeah, I just don't know a lot of this stuff. Double Dragon. I'm familiar with that game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we have the Neo Drift game or not, unfortunately. So I don't know exactly what because there's a bunch. So we have about every system. Again, one of the supporters of our channel set this up for me, so I don't know specifically which one this is, but this is Beta Sarah. So this is the Linux gaming themed Linux OS called Beta Sarah. That's about as much as I know. But we have like a million different systems here. Let me exit out real quick. I'm just trying to get. I always forget how to get this like list here. All right, so we went into the media center. We have this media center thing as well. Let me get back here. So yeah, we have everything on here. Again, this is Beta Sarah, but I can't tell you specifically. But yeah, there's a lot of games on here. There's supposed to be like something like tens of thousands or whatever. But we have everything from arcade stuff, Atari, Coleco, Commodore, Mattel, NB Vectrex, NEC. So there's a mix of PC and Nintendo, like gaming console stuff. So we have like Nintendo, but then we have like the Commodore 64. We got Panasonic, Sanyo, Gold Star, something called Pi Game. I don't even know what that is. Sammy, Sega stuff, obviously. The SNK, which covers our Neo Geo stuff today. So we had Neo Geo, and then we also have Neo Geo CD. We have all the Sony stuff, but not like kind of. I think we have like as far as like Sony and like that, we go up to like the original PlayStation, PSP stuff like that. So like I don't have any of the big things like PlayStation 2, 3, etc. I think we go up to like Nintendo 64 and GameCube on that side of the thing. So yeah, obviously we don't have anything like Microsoft, Xbox related, that type of thing. I don't think that would work on this little PC here. But yeah, this was a PC that, again, it's Beta Sarah, which is a gaming themed Linux distro that lets you very easily play this stuff. Our friend Todd Herbert, he's been a supporter of our channel for a while. He set this up for me, and actually I can give a shout out to. This is his channel over here. There we go. Radio Waves by Todd Herbert. I got one of his stickers from his channel, and I put it next to his PC. They helped me set up. It's this little HP Elite desk. Yeah, very cool little PC, and he set up this Beta Sarah operating system and all these games for me because I don't know how to do any of this stuff. So, yeah, he's much more knowledgeable in that sort of stuff than me. I'm just basically trying not to break anything and not break anything and have to ask him how to help me. So, yeah, so that's our little gaming thing. So very cool. All right, so yeah, let's get back into our Neo Geo. All right. All right, well, let's see. I don't know why. I'm clicking Neo Geo and nothing's coming up in there for some reason, so let's go into the CD one anyway. See if we get anything interesting in here. Oh, here's the Neo Drift out. There we go. We found it. It was in the CD version. Cool. All right. I knew we'd find it. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's like I said, it hasn't been. I haven't had it too bad with the lines, but again, I haven't really done too much. It works pretty well on this TV, but I think there's definitely modes where you can like add lines, make it look more authentic and stuff. But kind of just keep everything on default. But I think there is ways to kind of do more with this stuff. There's a lot of settings on this, and just a lot of stuff I'm still trying to figure out. Ooh, I like blue cars. Kind of an interesting view to do this. Kind of like almost like a top-down view. That's kind of interesting. Ooh, hello. Okay. Okay, we're going into negative time, but okay. Oh, I'm retired. Yeah, this is kind of nice one. I like this. Graphics are pretty cool on it. Oh, wow, that's a second rank. Oh, okay, so that's where the jitters. Okay, good, yeah. Yeah, I could definitely work on some settings on it for sure. I actually haven't had this system for too long yet, so I mean, it doesn't bug me too much. I mean, but yeah, I kind of. This is a very basic. This is a TCL Roku 720p TV or whatever. There's nothing super fancy about this. You know, it's a little 32-inch, like I said, 720. You know, so there's nothing. And there might be some settings I can adjust on it too to help clear it up. But yeah, there might be additional software, something I might need to kind of look into for sure. So I'll definitely, something I'll definitely kind of watch out for, but you know. Watch out. Yeah, not good. We'll try this one more time and then maybe look into one more game for the night before we wrap it up. I think we're getting kind of close to the 2-hour mark. Yep. Yeah, we spent a little bit more time than I was kind of expecting originally with ovTwo, so we'll definitely come back and do some more of this. We might have, you know, it is Sunday, so we might do another one on Tuesday. I think of this one as probably my favorite so far. I can't remember like too well which ones I used to play a lot in when they were in the arcade versions, but of the ones I played so far, I think I like this one the best so far. The motorcycle one is okay. A little bit on that. Like I said, it's really, those turns are really hard to do. It's a good game too, for sure. Nothing wrong with them, but I think of this one, I like this the most best. I've always liked these sort of like, you know, dirt game, cross, you know, country bike type things or whatever, you know. Off-roading type racing games. Always been a fan of that. Not that I'm apparently really good at it, but. Oh. I guess we gotta keep on going. Yeah, this is a cool game. I can definitely see myself going back and doing this one again. Drift Out. There you go. Stage 2 retired. Yeah, whatever. Neo Drift Out. Alright, not too bad. You want to save? Nah, it's okay. They didn't really do anything too exciting there. Yeah, so this was the CD version of Neo Geo. Yeah, let me go back in here real quick. That you it kind of gives an emulation of like the CD. I guess you could do like a CD player thing or something in there. So. Yeah, it's weird. I'm gonna have to check on this. Like none of my yeah, it's real weird. None of my Neo Geos are like showing up now. Let me do a quick little reboot of this just for the heck of it, and then I might have to ask Todd like what the heck happened to it or something. I don't know. I don't know where they went. I don't think I deleted anything or anything. I wouldn't know how to. Where did they all go? That kind of stinks. Alright, well, let's restart. I hope I didn't lose them. But yeah, this is Beta Sarah. I'll give you, I guess I could show you guys the login screen here while this thing kind of reboots. Yeah, like I said, it's a little HP. So yeah, that's the OS. And then I think some of the like game-specific things it kind of runs through, it shows it loading. But yeah, you see it says Linux right there. Very cool. Yeah, I'm not really sure who did this sort of. You know, there load some of the systems there that owns on there. Hey, I think is Neo Geo back now? Now it's frozen again. I think we're having a bad time, guys. We're gonna have to wrap up our live stream here. Yeah, I don't know. It's a community built thing, as far as I know. I don't know much else about the history on Beta Sarah. Trying to plug this in here. Oh yeah, no, I definitely have heard of Retro Arts. Very nice. Other, yay! All right, let's. Sorry guys, there we go. Yay! Okay, I didn't lose my game. And it was just a weird little glitch going on there. So let's go back into this one. See, there's one more like retro. Yeah, it's again, it's gonna do a little weird glitches. Like I said, it's free. Sometimes it's just unplugging the controller and plugging it back in, then it works again. It's just really weird. But anyway, we're good. We have it. See, I was worried because it said game 0, and now it says games again 265. So we're good. I was a little worried that I accidentally deleted something. There's a lot of cool like puzzle games, things like that. Again, a lot of fighting games. I've seen them in a lot of fighting games. But I kind of get that. Oh, ooh, we have bowling, guys. We have bowling with a cute little blonde lady. Oh, all right, guys. Yeah, I think this is how we're gonna have to end this. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna. I need to check this out. Okay. League Bowling, it's called apparently. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I hope it loads. We'll see. Yeah, Retro Arch, I've heard of that. That's supposed to be pretty cool. Yeah, that might be something interesting I could set up. I don't know a lot about the Again, I'm glad that I had someone help me set this up because this is not a thing that I'm too familiar with. But he's definitely told me, here, a few tips and stuff. If you need to go into the file system or whatever, this is how you do it. I have a keyboard attached to this if I need to. But this looked like a pretty similar to Capcom type of deal. Again, it's funny enough the writing's in Chinese, of course, over there, but I think we could probably figure it out. This is player one player. Okay, sure. Do you want to be right-handed and then choose your? We'll do what we do in real life. A 15-pound right-hander. Sure. Sure. Dang it. You Japanese. I don't have my Japanese translator. I can't do my Google Translate on here. And let's do that. Da-da-da. Oh! Oh, yeah. Doesn't seem like if we do full power, that's actually kind of a little bit worse. Well, maybe not. Interesting. Oh, close. Okay, so this is just how much you want it to curve, and then we adjust it from here. So, hey, we got a spare. Nice. So, if we want a little bit of curve for our hook. Oh, that wasn't exactly how I wanted to do that. Let's see. Come on, baby. Oh, I left the head pin, of course. Maybe something I do in real bowling. I don't know, well, I do full power, but then it goes like to the right. You gotta be very careful. There we go. Ah, got it! Yeah! Woo. Nice. I think this is a pretty good one. Again, I don't know. I might be missing out on some options or controls or something just because I don't read Japanese, but I think this is a pretty good one. I'm definitely a big fan of the Capcom one for sure. Might have to do that one again real quick before we wrap it up for tonight. I love the Capcom version. I noticed we had that the other day. Oh, okay. Thanks. He like lost his teeth there. Jeez. That's not good. '83. Oh my god. Hey, we do better. I mean, we got first place with ourselves, but we didn't even make the top 10 ranking. That's sad. Alright, one more time? Sure. Okay, so this is obviously one first player, second player. I don't know what any of this is. Okay, this is something different. This is a different type of game. I don't know what this is about, but I guess we got a few different mini games we could play. Interesting. Come on. Oh, you stink. Oh, we had to wait. That was way hooked. Yep. Yeah, that was my fault. Nice. Also got like, if you get points depending on how many. Okay, so this is, you get like a really high score. Okay, this is cool. Like we got 309 right now. That's cool. Okay, so I like this mini game. This is kind of cool. A little different. Depending on where the thing lands, you know. Should. Oh, I hooked up. All right. Oh, that stinks. Now, I don't remember ever seeing this in the arcade version. If I did, I'd be probably playing this one all the time. I definitely know my cousin has a few of these Neo Geo cabinets around, and I don't know if I don't remember him having. I don't think he currently has one in the arcade, but the last time I was there anyway. But yeah, we could. I don't know. There might be. Yeah, I was. What was it? I think we was discussing the other day about we were playing that last live stream, and I noticed there was the Japanese version of what the heck that game we were playing now. I remember, and it's like we ended up having we got the English version of what we did find the English version of it, thankfully, but. Ooh, boy, that's a split. We could do this. We got to keep it straight. Come on, you got to stay to the left. Got to stay to the left. Nope, that won't do it. Oh, there is a Nintendo Switch. I feel like there's a lot of stuff on Nintendo Switch. Now, definitely Nintendo Switch would not work on this on this little retro PC. That's kind of cool. Neat little mini game. We got 556. Kind of cool. And did we get? We still didn't get in the rankings. That stinks. All right, let's press. All right, so the third and final mini game, I guess, for tonight. It says something about 90. Obviously, I don't know.
Hey, let's bow.
Let's bow. All right, let's bow. All right, this looks like regular bowling. I don't know how this is different yet. I guess we'll see. It looks pretty like normal bowling. Oh, that should have. Oh, strike 90. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you. See, I'm glad I got some of you. I got my be my Japanese translators for me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, definitely. That's the one thing I've noticed is I've browsed through the game series. I got a lot of Japanese version of things. There's a few games that have like a German version and Dutch version and all those other weird stuff. There are a few of those too mixed in. But yeah, I definitely have a lot of Japanese versions of things for sure. Because I've been kind of just browsing a little bit here and there. So I'm glad for you guys to help me. I guess you get like more points probably if you get a strike, which we haven't done yet, unfortunately. But I'm guessing there's probably bonus points. Oh, jeez. That's why did that go over there? I thought I had a straight shot. Oh. All right, this was a little left. This might go good. Right there. Come on, baby. There you go. Yep. Gotta do it just a little left. Get that hook in there. See if we can do that again. Yeah, it gave us 119 points there. Okay, yep. So, oh, we got it. Nice. Double 90. Sweet. Okay, well, strike 90. Thank you. Your translation is correct. You get 90 points for a strike. Very cool. It was kind of straight. Yeah, too straight. Didn't have enough hook on that one.
Oh my gosh. Nice there.
Thank you, lady. She seems nice. Ah, we hooked that one to the right. Unfortunately, I noticed that. Oh well. Boop. Get that one in the side. All right. One more frame, guys. Ah. Yeah, I didn't hook that one over enough. Final score 342. Very nice. All right, and with that, I think we're going to wrap it up. That's a different Neo Geo games, and definitely many more we can go through at some point. And well, that was we get to put our name in there. Cool, awesome. Oh, we didn't do it quick enough, but very, very cool. All right, guys. All right. And I was looking through there, and I want to know. Let's see, let's exit out of there. Let's go. All right. And one game kind of came to my mind. We could. Let's see here. All right, I'm just double checking the Neo Geo and thought, okay, sorry, things still showing up there. Okay, yeah, that was definitely kind of a weird glitch there. Let me get my keyboard so I can actually search things easily here. Alright. Alright, so we gotta go into collection, all games, and search. There we go. I don't know why this came to my mind. Let's see if this is here. This is just thinking of like arcade games that I used to play. Oh, that's their console. This would have been like an arcade thing. Of course, this is going to have a lot of different versions. I don't know if they had like an arcade version. Interesting. These are all computer. This is, yeah, there's a C. I was looking up, I don't know what it made me think of, but I was looking up Spot, which is like the 7-Up game. I remember there being like an arcade version. And right now I have I have C64, which is kind of been hit or miss for me, like working with my keyboard, but I don't see. I know there was like a version of Spot that I used to play in the arcade. I don't know why that popped in my mind, but it wasn't like an event. It was literally just similar to this, and I might have had. Actually, I think I might have had this for NES. I'm kind of curious. I just want to see. I know this can be kind of a log game, but I kind of want to. I'm a little curious if I haven't. God, I used to play this a lot. I don't know why this just popped in my head now, but this was a. Speaking of cult classic, this was a. Yeah. Oh man. Oh wow. Yeah. This. I'm pretty sure I had this for the original NES. I know I played this a lot in the arcade, but see if I remember how to do this. I guess I'm yellow. Alright. Yeah, I know this is kind of random, guys, but this is not, I know this isn't really, this isn't Neo Geo, but this is just something that's sort of, I don't know, just kind of popped into my brain for whatever reason. Like, I played the heck out of this, and I think it's like similar. Can I jump over there? And yeah, okay, let me do that. Although now he's gonna come back and do the same to me, but yeah, this was originally on the NES. I can't jump over there, can I? Yeah. I can do that too, bro. Oh yeah, no, I definitely. Yes, I remember playing this in the arcade. I'm pretty sure, but I definitely had this on Nintendo. God, I haven't heard this music in so long. Just the game noise and stuff. This definitely puts me back. Oh wow, nice. Oh, the roller skate thing. Oh my god. Yeah, this was one. It probably wasn't one of the most popular games for sure for Nintendo, but as a young kid, these type of simple games was more my thing. Like, this was more my simple thing. Like I was, talking with Todd and again who sets up this PC, and like he was saying the more he liked the more complex sort of strategy games, RPG type things and stuff. And I was more of a simple kid. I just wanted the simple things like this and Mario and obviously the racing games and stuff. We gotta start building up our inventory here of yellow gas. So we're let's get a few here too. Yeah, obviously we're getting our butt kicked. That's okay. I'm gonna now. Let's just gotten back in my memory. I'm gonna be playing this a bit too. When I do have free time for sure. He blocked me in, so now I gotta start building out. And I think he wanted, yep. Oh no, we could still. Oh, he's just gonna keep doing. Okay, bro, I'm not gonna watch you beat me like that. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, that's cool. I'm glad that we have that. That's cool. All right, let's finish out the night. Back into our search. I did mention the Capcom Bowling. We've already done it once, but I kind of want to just play it one more time. Because if I ever had a favorite bowling game in the arcade days, definitely Capcom Bowling would be it. I love that arcade. Usually you can find it over at Midwest Gaming Classic. It should be, yes, we want MAME, Capcom Bowling MAME. Yep, this is the, of course, they had it for like what they call FB Neo and stuff. I don't know, like a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know, whatever. I want the main version of it because that's what I played. So, all right, let's let that load up, and then yeah, I think we'll wrap it up then for tonight with that. Still gotta do some stuff around the house and everything before I go to bed. And yeah, thank you guys for joining. Hey, I still have the 3 credits from last time that we were messing around with this. All right, let's see if I can remember. This is pretty simple controls. You can use the joystick. You can use the D-pad. So I'm still kind of back and forth on what I like the best, but. But then sometimes it does this, so I don't know what. I think that's when okay, if you press down on the joystick, then this thing comes up. I kind of forget that that's a thing that you can actually press down on these things. Delay a game. Oh my gosh. There we go. Great Balls Fire. Yeah, this is definitely a little bit better with the rollerball that you'd have in the arcade version, but. Yeah, I'm not really happy with the joystick either. And it's kind of like we've been playing the Avalanche game. I mean, we're not having a roller there either. I haven't really found a good joystick type way to play it that I've really actually liked. Just one of those that's better with a rollerball, you know. Although it wasn't a rollerball with the Avalanche, it was like kind of like a little spinny thing, but whatever you want to call it. But I don't know why I have it like it's why is it? Oh, that's why it's being stupid with the hook. I didn't realize I moved the hook over. Oops. Okay. Well, that sucks. Yeah, I could have done better than that. That's why I was going left. I didn't realize the hook was all the way over by number 2. Yeah, so we have a 165 and a 164. Not a 167, but. Well, we have 2 more credits, so let's use our credits up, I guess. All right, hook is in the 0 where it should be. Well, technically 1 would be good, but I don't really have good control. Okay, yeah, that's a little better. Let's try. I couldn't really figure out why it was so weird. There we go. We'll do better now. That stinks. Split. Oh my god. There we go. Ah! And there you go, guys. All right, well, we are going to wrap it up for tonight here. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining. We had a pretty good one. We had a lot of folks on here, and we got someone new. I was just mentioning on that yearly recap video that we did that, I was hoping to get some new people into the live stream. It's been a while since we got a new person, and we did tonight, so that's awesome. Glad we did it then. I guess, doing Neo Geo thing got a new person from the algorithm, so thank you. Again, let me look at the name. Fractal Stinger. Fractal Stinger, thank you. Welcome. Definitely feel free to join another live stream, and if you want, in the future, I do these 1 or 2 a week, usually either late Sunday night, late Monday night, or late Tuesday night. And obviously, look back at the archives. Will tell that our things we do is very random. I do requests and just kind of whatever random pops in my mind. We do some PC gaming along with the retro gaming. Again, I don't know if you're online right now, but sorry about that. I was trying to press the flip button and I disconnected you guys, but we do a few sims here. We got the Wii, and then I also have, although a lot of this stuff's now on my retro PC, but we had to do the mini NES, SNES, the mini Sega Genesis. I still have a bunch of, I got to organize this stuff, but I have a bunch of the old Atari flashback handhelds that I was using on this PC, or on this TV that is now broke. We also have the Atari Game Station Pro, which is the newer version of the Atari plug and play things. We have all that, which all a bunch of games on it as well, and the shovelware stuff that we played once in a while. This is Wayne's Arcade World. Welcome to Wayne's Arcade World. There you go, Wayne's Arcade World. And some decoration stuff back there. If you're interested, go back to my personal playlist with my personal vlogs and stuff where I go on all to my Wayne's Arcade World history and stuff like that and everything. Otanago ports. I don't think I have that, unfortunately. I will look that up, but I don't. Doesn't sound like anything I have, unfortunately. Well, we could look it up for sure, but yeah. So yeah, quite a variety of stuff. We do PC things. Earlier in the live stream, we did Onverse / ovTwo. We do Roblox. Eventually, I'm going to get Steam and start doing some games in there at some point. So yeah, we just do a little bit of variety of everything, which is kind of what my channel is kind of about. It's just a lot of random stuff. I released 1 or 2 videos a week. Could anything be from nature, travel, family vlogs, sort of retro stuff like retro malls, and I do grocery store vlogs, and again, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned nature stuff, travel stuff. Yeah, so a little of everything on this channel. I hope you consider subscribing, and then yeah, stay tuned. Like I said, I did the live stream tonight, so there's a chance I might do another one Tuesday night. I don't know exactly what yet I'm planning. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, we're a pretty chill channel, pretty chill live stream. I'm not like some of these live streamers that are where their shtick, their thing that they do is they're playing the game, Mario game, and just swearing nonstop constantly and F this, F that. I try to keep it family friendly and clean on here. So awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, hope you join up again. Yeah, as I said, try to keep it clean and fun here, and most of my stuff on here can be I consider to be family friendly, safe, just generally good. Try to keep good vibes in here. So let me get out of this, and then we'll go back, go into our search. Oops. And it says I've played 84 so far, 84 games out of the supposed 65,000 games on here. But as I've discussed on previous ones, and Todd has mentioned to me, is that the way it loaded on there, there's a lot of repeats. So not only do you have one game and in various different languages, but it might be like multiple of the exact same game, same language on here. So that 65,000 number isn't quite accurate, but it's somewhere in that general thing. But yeah, I'm just looking through the systems now, and yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we have that one. So there's a lot of good stuff out here, but and I barely touched the surface. But yeah, so we have Amstrad, Apple, arcade stuff, Atari, Coleco, Commodore, Mattel, NB, NEC, Nintendo stuff, obviously, Panasonic, Pi Game, whatever that is, Sammy, whatever that is, Sega, SNK, Sony stuff. I think through PS1 at least on there, and then yeah, that's about it. So, but saying that's about it, there's a million things on here to do. So yeah, a lot to keep us busy for the future. And like I said, hopefully I don't break anything on this PC, because then I would be sad, and Todd would be sad, and everyone would be sad. But thankfully, nothing is broke yet. So we just had a few little glitches here and there where it's frozen up, and I've had to reboot it or disconnect something, reconnect, or my game's disappearing for no reason, then coming back after I rebooted. But everything is all good. So. All right, but thank you guys for joining. Thank you, and yes, I'll run through again real quick. Obviously, thank you Fractal for subscribing. Thank you John for joining as usual. Thank you Tyler for joining as usual as well. And I think that was it as far as yep, John, Tyler. Just kind of running through the comments here. Yes, I think that covers most of it. Awesome, cool. All right, well, thank you guys. Hope you have a wonderful night. Yeah, stay tuned. We'll have another video out. And as we've already mentioned, the video is going to be our visit to the Chicago Premium Outlets to look at the Toys R Us and the Babies R Us. And then possibly Tuesday night another live stream. So I will keep in touch with you, Tyler. I will double check. We could possibly do the Shenmue thing on Tuesday, but I will check first to see if you will be around for that, because I want to make sure you'll be able to attend it. So I will double check with you. I'll message you obviously off on Instagram or whatever, and I'll see if you will be around. Sometime Tuesday night, I'll message you, see if you'll be around, and maybe we can do a Shenmue thing if you'll be around. So otherwise, yeah, I don't know what we'll live stream, but we'll figure it out then. All right. Have a great night, guys. Thank you, and we'll see you soon here from Wayne's Arcade World. Bye-bye.